Drama starts with Xiao Chun, who is in her school, and in the next moment, she wakes up in the present and realizes it was just a dream, and she has shifted to a new area today. Then, with the help of Grandma, Xiao Chun enters. Xiao Chun knocks on the door, and we are shown that inside the room, Chen Chen and Gowin were hanging out. Hearing the sound, Chen Chen comes out and looks at Xiao Chun through the door glass, but she doesn't recognize her. However, the next moment after a call, she understands that the girl is her new roommate. Chen Chen hides Gowin's shoes and Gowin between her legs. Then Xiao Chun comes inside, and as soon as she enters, Chen Chen starts showing her every corner of the room. Then she tells about herself and the roommates, such as Shang Nan is very hardworking and also does part-time jobs. And she tells about another roommate, Yi Tong, who was born single. And while telling this, she starts laughing, but Xiao Chun doesn't find it funny at all. And last is Nijin, who is very pretty and likes shopping a lot. She never looks at books, she eats, drinks, and sleeps. And during their conversation, Gowin leaves from there. Then Xiao Chun puts her stuff on the table and her eyes fall on a box. In that box, there is a photo of a girl and some old shoes. And while Xiao Chun is taking a shower, Nijin comes in to use the toilet, which makes Xiao Chun feel uncomfortable. But Nijin doesn't care at all. In the middle of the night, Xiao Chun is unable to sleep. At that moment, Shang Nan comes there and leaves before Xiao Chun wakes up. The next morning, Xiao Chun is making breakfast. At the same time, Chen Chen comes, so Xiao Chun calls her Mrs. Chen Chen says, "You mean you are younger than me?" And the next moment, she teases her. Then Xiao Chun gives her breakfast, and Chen Chen likes it very much. Then Xiao Chun asks Chen Chen, "I haven't met Shang Nan yet. Is she a belly dancer?" But Chen Chen denies it. Then Xiao Chun talks about the girl in the photo. As soon as they hear this, Chen Chen and Nijin leave from there. Then the next day, Xiao Chun and Chen Chen both go to school. Chen Chen joins her friends, but Xiao Chun goes alone to the class and sits down. Some girls were talking about fashion sense, and their eyes fall on Xiao Chun. Seeing her looks, all the girls start making disgusted faces. Then Yang arrives. All the girls go to him and whisper something in his ear. Hearing it, he comes straight to Xiao Chun and starts complimenting her and also asks for her WeChat, but Xiao Chun keeps moving away from him. At that moment, Qing arrives, and Xiao Chun keeps looking at him. In the next scene, Xiao Chun is watching TV. She hears the voice of the fruit seller downstairs and goes to buy fruit. As soon as she comes back, Shang Nan starts scolding her because she didn't turn off the TV and left the dining table dirty. Xiao Chun was about to give her fruit, but Shang Nan leaves. Chen Chen wasn't in the mood, so she finishes half the jar of Xiao Chun's jam. Xiao Chun couldn't understand how the jam got over so quickly. Then she sees that it's written on the door that whoever is last will do all the chores. Then Xiao Chun quickly starts cleaning the room. But after she leaves, Nijin, being drunk, steps into her shoes. Next day, Chen Chen eats Xiao Chun's jam and reduces it by 75%. And when Xiao Chun notices this, she starts getting very angry. Then in class, Yang hadn't brought a pen, so he asks Xiao Chun for a pen. And as soon as class ends, he takes her pen and goes off with the girls. Xiao Chun is unable to ask him for the pen. At home, Xiao Chun appears upset, and she gets even more disturbed when she sees Nijin and Chen Chen fighting like cats and dogs. Then Chen Chen is telling her boyfriend Gowin, "Nijin hit me." And on the other side, Nijin is telling her friend Make, "Chen Chen hit me." In the next scene, Xiao Chun sees the same pen in another girl's hand that she had given to Yang. When she asks the girl, she says, "I found this pen lying on the ground." Then, after class ends, Xiao Chun asks Yang for her pen in front of everyone like a real person. But Yang had no answer, and Xiao Chun was very happy that she said something. When she comes home, she sees Chen Chen and Nijin clinging to each other, who were fighting like cats and dogs the day before. And Xiao Chun's jam was also finished. In trying to speak up in front of everyone, she ends up making everyone angry, and all of them go to their respective rooms. She remembers the past, where a girl was crushing a teddy while walking, and we also see that Xiao Chun used to look very scared during her high school days, and no one used to befriend her. After that, in the present, we see Xiao Chun in class, where a boy comes and starts giving party invitations to everyone. But seeing this, Xiao Chun starts leaving, and Yang just keeps watching her. Xiao Chun is going to the library, but Chen Chen hands her some stuff, and Xiao Chun keeps waiting for her. But Chen Chen is busy with her boyfriend. Then Xiao Chun even gets scolded by the library worker. After getting drenched in the rain, she comes home. Chen Chen starts to say something, but before that, Xiao Chun throws her stuff and says, "What is wrong with you?" "No, what is wrong with all of you? Just because I don't say anything doesn't mean you all will bully me, laugh at me." She starts crying heavily and begins remembering her mom. We find out that her home was snatched away from her during childhood. When she wakes up, there is a thermometer in her mouth and a cloth on her forehead because she had fallen sick due to getting wet in the rain. And today, all the girls were doing the chores more diligently and were also taking care of Xiao Chun. Then, Xiao Chun apologizes to everyone. Shang Nan explains to her, "It takes time to make strangers your own. Nijin says, now clear out all the complaints. So Xiaochun says, please, when I'm in the bathroom, don't come into the bathroom. And Xiaochun was looking very happy, and in this happiness, she went into the bathroom and just wouldn't come out, because of which Nijin was sweating. In class, Yang returns the pen to Xiaochun and asks her name, but Xiaochun doesn't tell him. Yang tells this to his friend Qing, and he can't stop laughing. Just then, Xiaochun walks past them. Qing says, wait, I'll go ask her name. When Qing asks, she tells him her name, and Yang hears this too. Then at home, Xiaochun meets Yi Tong, who was quite friendly. So Xiaochun asks her, why did the girl in the photo leave the room? She says she got pregnant during school time. Then she took her own place. And immediately everyone gets drunk. And when Shang Nan comes, Chen starts teasing her. Then, in a drunk state, Yi Tong says, I can see ghosts, and the ghost is right there. Everyone else also starts behaving very strangely, which makes Xiaochun feel very weird. Then a flashback is shown, where Xiaochun is sitting in a place where she is telling herself, I hate myself so much, and at that moment, she gets a strange feeling. Then in the present, at night, Chen is unable to sleep because of Yi Tong's ghost stories. Suddenly, she sees Yi Tong and gets very scared. The next moment, it is morning. Then she finds her boyfriend's undergarment and starts hiding it. She goes to Gowin's house, wakes him up, and tries to return the undergarment to him. Seeing it, Gowin says, this isn't mine. After hearing this, Chen starts thinking about who could have brought a man into the house. Then Chen sees a boy outside her apartment who is staring at it, but as soon as she sees him, he leaves. This makes Chen feel strange. Then Chen goes into the room and shows the underwear to Xiaochun and says, someone is bringing a boy into our room. Xiaochun asks, why was this in your bag? Chen says, I was just investigating. At that moment, Nijin comes there, and they ask her, but she also says, this is not my boyfriend's. So Chen says, if it's not hers, then whose is it? It definitely can't be Shang Nan's, because she neither has time nor a boyfriend. She doesn't even wear makeup or tie her hair properly. Then Shang Nan comes running from work, where Hung is waiting with coffee for her. Then Hung and Shang Nan are working very hard. Hung notices that Shang Nan has stomach pain, so he brings medicine for her. But Shang Nan says there's no need. Hung becomes very happy seeing Shang Nan working. In the next scene, Chen says, a person who doesn't even have a place to sleep, how will he sleep with a girl? She says, this must be Yi Tong's doing, because she keeps going on dates. Over there, Yi Tong is having fun with a boy, but that boy runs away to escape from her. When Yi Tong comes home, Chen can clearly tell from her behavior that she has once again failed with a boy. Xiaochun says, but she is pretty. Chen says, being pretty isn't enough. To attract boys, you have to be attractive. Then she tells a story from the past about when Yi Tong met her friend He Lin. Seeing their behavior, Chen was shocked because looking at them, it didn't seem like He Lin was a boy or Yi Tong was a girl, and none of Xiaochun's words were making any sense. After that, Chen tries to play an adult game with her, and Xiaochun gets shy. Then she asks Chen, I don't know why everyone laughs at me. Yi Tong asks, is there anyone who doesn't laugh at you? Then we see Yang and Xiaochun eating food together, and a chickpea falls into Yang's pants. Because of this, Xiaochun starts looking, and Yang becomes uncomfortable. After telling all this, Xiaochun says, that's why I don't want to go to college. But she also says, there are some good people there too. Then, in the library, Xiaochun is watching Qing, but Yang comes in front of her, because of which she starts running away. Then Chen sees Nijin outside the house with her boyfriend. She calls Yi Tong and Xiaochun to see it too. When they come home, all of them become very curious to know about her boyfriend. They find out that the man is 39 years old, he is married, and he even has a son. After learning this, everyone becomes shocked. Then Nijin gets a call from someone, but she doesn't pick it up, and she receives a message that says the person wants to talk to her, but she ignores it. Then Shang Nan comes home from work and sees a man, the same one Chen saw in the morning, and seeing the man makes it feel like he is keeping an eye on them. Then he messages Nijin, I have found out your truth. In the next scene, Chen goes to meet her boyfriend, and after waiting for half an hour, Gowin arrives and takes the gift from Chen, which was very expensive. But he says, I forgot to bring a gift for you. Then he goes home and gives her a perfume, which seemed very cheap. On the way home, Chen sees the same man again. As soon as she gets home, Chen appears sad because the same gift her boyfriend gave her was also given by Yi Tong, who said, a new shop has opened and they are giving this perfume for free. And when Nijin comes home, the man proposes to Nijin, but Nijin clearly says to him, don't dare say this again next time. Then Yi Tong asks Chen, what did you get as a gift? But she says, I am going on a trip for 2 days. To which Yi Tong starts joking with her, which makes Chen angry at her. But at night, both of them text and make up. Then the next day, Chen is about to leave the house, and Yitong gives her 20 rupees, but she throws it away. Then Chen is seen at a movie theater with a suitcase. On the other side, Nijin goes to an art exhibition with her boyfriend. That exhibition belongs to her boyfriend's friend, and the two of them are talking about how they want to make Nijin a role model. Nijin hears all this and runs away from there, lying about having a rash. Then, Nijin sits at a bar and drinks a lot and is very sad. Meanwhile, Chen is sleeping, but a guy tries to seduce her. At that moment, she wakes up and calls Gowin, but he doesn't react at all to her call. On the other side, Yitong is thinking dirty thoughts, but Xiaochun doesn't care at all. Then she asks her about the ghost, but she doesn't say anything and just keeps scaring her. Nijin comes home and has a lot of expensive items. Then she receives a call and says, "If you do this again, I will report you to the police." Then we find out that the undergarment was given to Shang Nan by her grandma. Then Chen gathers everyone to show a scene happening between that man and Nijin. Everyone comes there. As Nijin is about to leave, the man says from behind, "Why are you dating rich people? They don't love you. They just want to use your body for money." He forcibly hugs her, but Nijin keeps pushing him away. Just then, the police arrive, and at the station, the man says, "I love Nijin. I want to give her a good life." Then Chen is saying, "If Nijin is so rich, why is she hanging out with rich people? Is she lying to us?" Shang Nan also hears this conversation. In the next scene, Nijin gets ready to leave, and all the guys just keep staring at her. After that, she goes to a coffee shop where a waiter gives her coffee and writes his number on a napkin. Nijin doesn't reply. She just thinks to herself, "I don't do anything at all. My beauty is such a magic that boys themselves like staying around me." At that moment, her third boyfriend comes to meet her, and her first boyfriend is a lawyer. Then Nijin buys food for everyone, but everyone ignores her and goes to their rooms. Nijin becomes upset and goes to throw the food away. Just then, Shang Nan stops her and says, "Give the food to me." Then Nijin is sitting at the bar drinking. An uncle is looking at her, so she says, "Why are you looking at me like that? If you want to say something, then tell me." That uncle says, "Oh no, nothing. Sorry." After this, the two start talking. Nijin says to the uncle, "Do you come here every day? Don't you have any family?" He says, "No, I don't have any family because my wife ran away with another man 10 years ago." Nijin says, "Oh, sorry I asked." Then she says, "My situation is exactly like yours. I don't have anyone either. Even my roommates are ignoring me." In the next scene, Chen sees that Nijin came home very late at night. So, she says to everyone, she hangs out with boys all day long, and look, she's coming home this late at night. Then in the morning, Nijin is in the washroom, and Xiaochun is outside. After Nijin leaves, she cleans the toilet very thoroughly. Chen is drying her clothes, and by mistake, Nijin's clothes fall into her bucket. She throws the clothes away, and Nijin sees all of this. Then she goes to the bar and drinks a lot. Just then, that uncle arrives and stops her from drinking. Then Nijin starts sharing all her pain with the uncle. She says, "My roommates are ignoring me." Just then, a boy arrives. Seeing him, Nijin starts hiding her face. Then, we see a flashback scene where Nijin is telling an auntie, "You said you would pay half a year's rent." That auntie says, "No, I'm not going to pay anything," and throws her out of the house. After that, she's walking on the road in the rain, and suddenly a car comes, and Nijin falls on the road out of fear. That car belongs to the same man who had come to the bar, whose name is Ruin. Then that man seats Nijin in his car, back in the present. When that man comes near Nijin, she says, "It's been a long time since we met." The man says, "I've come here to apologize to you." But Nijin says, "I have some work," and walks away from there. Then, Nijin is with her second boyfriend, who brings her to a restaurant to eat. That restaurant is the same place where Shang Nan works. Both see each other but pretend not to know. While eating, Nijin recalls a flashback in which some girls are chasing her, and Nijin falls on the road while running. It's outside Shang Nan's restaurant. The girls are beating Nijin and saying, "How did you seduce my husband?" Just then, Shang Nan comes out of her restaurant and tries to stop those girls and threatens them with the police. Then the girls run away from there. After that, Nijin goes to stay in an apartment, and the grandma shows her a room. Just then, Shang Nan arrives, and the grandma says, "Look, you have another roommate." Then both keep looking at each other, and Shang Nan asks Nijin, "Are you a student?" Nijin lies and says, "Yes, I am a student." Back in the present, Nijin meets the same uncle in the restaurant and says sorry to him. Then she tells him about her past, where, after he let her sit in his car, he asks her, "Where will you go?" Nijin says, "I don't have any home." So he takes her to his home, and Nijin thinks that this man can give her a good life. Then the uncle asks, what happened after that? She says, his wife found out about me, so he beat me. After that, I never went again. Then in the next scene, there is a party organized by the college where everyone from college is present. Yang invites Xiaochun to dance, but she doesn't. Just then, she sees Yitong dancing there, and seeing her, she also starts dancing. Then she recalls a flashback where the parlor person curled her hair, because of which she looked very ugly. And when she comes to the room, Yitong takes her to the parlor and gets her hair straightened again. To Xiaochun, Yitong seems like a goddess. Then in the present, after coming home, Yitong teaches Xiaochun to dance. She shows her very weird steps. Then, Xiaochun dances in her room in a very strange way. Then, Yitong gets a message from her friend saying, a boy wants to date you. Seeing this, Yitong becomes very happy. The next day, Yitong goes to meet him. At first, she says, hi, hello, normally, and then they sit down to eat. Just then, she sees that her friend is sitting in the seat next to hers, and Yitong starts talking to her friend through gestures, which the boy does not like. Then, Yitong comes home feeling very happy. Seeing her, all the girls also become very happy and ask, what's the matter? Yitong says, today a very handsome boy dated me, and we had a lot of fun. Then, Yitong happily goes to her room, and a little later, Chen Chen goes into her room and sees that Yitong is sitting very sadly. Chen Chen asks, what happened? Yitong says, that boy just messaged me and said, you are very nice and funny, but it's better for both of us if we just remain friends. In the next scene, Nijin is drinking juice when Chen Chen comes running and snatches the cup from her and says, why are you drinking from my cup? Who knows who all you've kissed and now you've dirtied my cup too? Hearing this, Nijin gets very angry and goes and kisses Chen Chen. She leaves from there and Chen Chen washes her face and cries a lot. Nijin goes to her past boyfriend's house. Her boyfriend says, move out of that room now. You can stay here comfortably. Nijin says, I'll think and let you know. Then the two hug. Then, in the next scene, Chen Chen says, what do you all think? Should Nijin leave this room? But no one says anything. Just then, Nijin arrives, and Chen Chen says, can you leave this room? Nijin says, okay, I'll leave the room tomorrow. Then, at night, Nijin is in the room looking at a locket. Then we see the same uncle entering his room, and on the wall of his room, there are many pictures of Nijin. In the next scene, Shang Nan goes to the hospital where her brother is admitted and has been in a coma for 4 years. Just then, her mother asks Shang Nan for money, and her mother doesn't like her at all and says, you should leave now. Then, in the next scene, Shang Nan goes to work, and after finishing work, while returning home, it starts raining heavily. She doesn't have an umbrella. Just then, Heng brings an umbrella for her. Shang Nan says, don't be so nice to me. If you change, I'll feel very bad. Just then, the bus arrives, and Shang Nan boards it. But Heng also boards the bus behind her and says, I will always stay nice to you. And Shang Nan smiles because she likes it very much. Then, Heng goes to drop her at her apartment and says, you go in first, then I'll leave. Then Shang Nan goes inside and waves goodbye to him from the window. Just then, all the girls say, Shang Nan, what are you doing here? Shang Nan, in nervousness, shuts the window, but her hand gets hurt. Then everyone comes to her and becomes very worried about her. Then in the next scene, Yitong and Chen Chen have fun with Xiaochun and ask her about her crush. She says, one day I was carrying stuff and Yang came to help me, but I refused him and he got angry and left from there after looking at me. Just then, Qing comes there and says, maybe we have met before. You are Xiaochun, right? And Xiaochun smiles a lot, seeing him. After that, Qing picks up all her stuff and helps her. Seeing this, Yang becomes very jealous. Then Yitong says, this means you like that long-haired guy, right? He looks exactly like someone from the 90s with such long hair. And everyone starts laughing. Then they all notice that even Shang Nan was laughing nicely. But Shang Nan, feeling embarrassed, leaves from there. Then in the next scene, Shang Nan goes to work but finishes early and goes to her second job. Meanwhile, Heng asks a lady, where did Shang Nan go? The lady says, she has already left. Then Heng goes to her second job's shop. Shang Nan takes him outside, and they both drink together. Just then, Heng makes a ring from something and puts it on Shang Nan's finger, meaning he proposes to her, and Shang Nan agrees. After that, Shang Nan finishes work and comes to her room, and Shang Nan was remembering the moment she spent today with Heng. Then, after washing her face, she goes to Nijin's room, but Nijin is not there. Just then, seeing the ring, she remembers an old incident. Earlier, when both of them used to live in the room, one day Nijin lost a ring. Then Shang Nan comes and asks, what happened? Nijin says, my ring is lost. And Shang Nan also starts searching for the ring. After searching a lot, Nijin finds the ring in the fridge. Then Shang Nan says, keep it very carefully. Nijin says, it's just expensive, not that important. Then in the present, Shang Nan says, my ring is not expensive, but it's very important to me. In the next scene, Chen Chen comes with her boyfriend to buy a pet. There she gets a call from her mother. After talking to her, her boyfriend says, let's go to your house today to meet your parents. Chen Chen says, I haven't told them about us yet. Hearing this, Gowin becomes very angry and drops her out of the car. Just then, Nijin comes to take her stuff, and Chen, feeling embarrassed, goes into her room. Chen's boyfriend is such a bad man that seeing Nijin, he says, "You are Nijin, right? I saw you in a photo. You're even more beautiful than her." Nijin goes into the room angrily and asks Xiaochun, "Where is Chen?" Xiaochun points towards a room. Then Nijin angrily says, "Is this your boyfriend? Break up with him. He is a very, very bad person." Chen says, "What do you have to do with him? He is better than you anyway. Why did you come here? Go away from here." And she shuts the door and thinks, what all did Nijin see? Because Chen always used to praise her boyfriend to everyone. In the next scene, Shang Nan gives a gift to Heng. After that, Shang Nan, dressed up very nicely, is working in the restaurant. While serving food to a customer, the plate slips slightly from her hand, and the manager notices it. Then the manager comes to the staff room very angrily and tells Shang Nan to show her hand. Then he forcibly removes the bandage from her hand and throws it away. Shang Nan feels a lot of pain. The manager says, "Will customers eat food served by such hands?" Then the manager tells everyone to go home. Everyone leaves, except Heng. After waiting for a long time, Heng goes inside. But Shang Nan is not there because she is having dinner with the manager. After dinner, the manager drops her at her apartment, and Heng sees all this. The next day, Shang Nan is given the cashier position, and because of this, the staff there say, "Yesterday, the manager was scolding her, and today, she got promoted." There is definitely something going on between the two. Then Heng scolds them and tells them to do their work. In the next scene, Nijin is drinking at a bar. Just then, the same uncle asks her, "Do you still see dreams?" Nijin says, "There is one dream I see a lot, like there is a girl who is drowning in water." Just then, her boyfriend's call comes, and the uncle goes to the washroom and cries a lot. Next scene, Nijin comes to the apartment after drinking because she had forgotten that she had already left this apartment. She goes inside, grabs Chen and says, "Chen, why are you dating that guy? Break up with him. He is not a good guy." And then she falls asleep right there. Then they make her lie in her room. While Shang Nan is covering her with a blanket, she remembers that when the manager was dropping her off, he touched her in a bad way. Then in the morning, Nijin apologizes to everyone and also says, "Can I live here again?" Everyone looks toward Chen, so Nijin leaves from there. Then everyone does group chatting and tells Nijin to come back again. In the next scene, Chen misses Gowin a lot because it has been 8 days since they talked, and Chen loves him a lot. She was thinking all this when her hairdryer blasts. She comes out and says, "What is happening in our apartment these days?" Because once, when Xiaochun and Yitong were studying, the bulb in that room also blasted. So Xiaochun says, "Something is going on these days. When I stay alone in the apartment, I hear some strange sounds." Chen says, "Is there a ghost here?" And everyone starts praying to God in fear. Then Yitong starts joking with Chen. Just then, Nijin says, "Why don't we have a party, and that too with boys?" And Yitong becomes very happy and says to Xiaochun, "You invite that long-haired guy." Then she says to Chen, "Since you've had a breakup, you invite some other guy." Then they say, "But how will we convince Grandma?" Just then, Grandma says, "I am going abroad, and I go every year. I wish I could meet him this time." And Grandma is talking about her love. The girls ask, "When will you come back?" Grandma says, "I'll come on Sunday." Then Grandma leaves from there, and the girls become extremely happy. Then, in the next scene, the teacher is talking about love in the class, and Xiaochun blushes while looking at Qing. After the class ends, Yang comes to Xiaochun. Xiaochun says, "Don't come near me. Someone might see us and misunderstand." And Yang understands that she is talking about Qing. After that, Yang says, "You know, yesterday a junior girl proposed to me." Xiaochun says, "Tell me this, who proposes first, the boy or the girl?" Yang says, "That depends on the situation." And as Qing starts to leave, Xiaochun also walks away after seeing him, and Yang is left talking to himself. Then in the next scene, Yitong goes to her friend He Lin and says, "There is a big party. Will you come there?" Her friend says, "Will there be alcohol there?" She says, "Yes." He Lin says, "Okay then, I will come." Yitong leaves from there happily. On the other hand, Nijin goes to eat with her friend and asks him, "Will you come to our apartment at 6 on Saturday?" Her friend says, "Yes." After eating, when both are going home, the uncle is keeping an eye on them. In the next scene, Chen is in deep depression because she has broken up and is missing Gowin a lot. Then she gets ready and is about to go outside. Just then, she sees a boy in the building who is thinking of committing suicide. When she looks at him closely, it is Gowin, who is pretending by calling her name. But all this is just Chen's imagination. Chen is imagining Gowin everywhere, imagining that he is committing suicide. His hands and legs are broken. In the next scene, Xiaochun is in the college playground where Qing is playing football, and Xiaochun has come just to see him. Yang sees her and says, "You've come to see Qing." Xiaochun doesn't like hearing this. Then Yang comes to her and asks, "How did I play?" Xiaochun says, I don't know. Then Xiaochun asks, by which names do boys feel good when they are called? Yang tells her many names. After hearing this, Xiaochun becomes very shy and walks away. Yang thinks Xiaochun was talking about him. Then, in the next scene, Nijin goes with her friends to buy all the items for the party. Then Yitong asks Xiaochun, did you invite the long-haired guy to the party today? She says, no. Just then, Chen comes there. Yitong asks her, did you invite any boy? She says, no. Yitong becomes angry and forcefully enters Nijin's room and sees that Nijin has bought all the items with her own money. Then she says, learn something from Nijin. She spent so much money, and you girls didn't even invite any boys. You all deserve punishment. Then, they write a chit for punishment and put it in a bowl so that after the party they can be given punishment. In the next scene, Xiaochun starts imagining romantic dreams with Qing. Later, when Qing is studying while sitting under a tree, Xiaochun comes to him and invites him to Saturday's party. But nothing like that happens. Actually, she is just standing behind the tree, imagining all this. Just then, Yang sees her doing this and asks her, what are you looking at while standing here? Then both of them secretly start watching Qing. During this, Xiaochun holds Yang's hand, and Yang becomes very shy. When Xiaochun notices, she quickly pulls her hand away and says, sorry. She says, will you do me a favor? Then she tells him everything. Yang says, okay. He goes to Qing and says, will you come to the party at Xiaochun's apartment this Saturday? Qing says, what did you say? He says, oh, nothing. Look how nice the weather is today. Seeing this, Xiaochun feels that Qing refused and becomes sad. After that, Yang comes to Xiaochun and says, Qing. Xiaochun interrupts, I know, he refused, right? And starts crying a lot. So Yang takes her to a bar where she drinks and says, my first love went away from me. I fell in love for the first time, but even that wasn't destined for me. Yang asks, do you really like Qing? Xiaochun says, his hair, his face, his smile, I like everything about him. While thinking about all this, she starts crying even more and says, when we had a baby, and she had even decided the baby's name. Hearing all this, Yang tries to comfort her, and Xiaochun puts her head on his shoulder and cries. Then she stops crying and says, that means now I will get punishment. Yang asks, what punishment? Xiaochun tells him everything. Yang says, shall I come with you as your boyfriend? Xiaochun becomes very happy, and so does Yang, because he really wants to be her boyfriend. In the next scene, Nijin and Yitong decorate the room together. After that, Nijin asks, whom did you invite? Yitong says, I invited a lot of people, but one of them is very handsome. Meanwhile, Lin is working. Just then, he finds a letter in his bag with a lipstick mark on the back. It is written inside, I promised you that many beautiful girls would come to the party. There are photos of girls in it. When he opens it, the first photo is of Yitong. Seeing it, Lin gets scared and quickly puts it back into the bag. In the next scene, a good fairy and a bad fairy talk about Chen's relationship. The bad fairy tells her to break up, and the good fairy says, you both are a couple, so fights like this happen. The bad fairy asks, does Gowin really love you? Then both fairies disappear, and Chen becomes very upset. Everyone decorates the room nicely. Then they ask Shang Nan, will you come to the party today? But she refuses and says, I have a lot of work, and leaves. While she is going to work, a man meets her and asks for an address. In the middle of the conversation, it is revealed that he is Yitong's father. Then her dad calls Yitong, and she finds out that her dad is coming there. Hearing this, everyone gets very shocked. Yitong says, what should I do now? If my dad finds out that I'm having such a party here, he'll throw me out of the house. Then they all start removing the decorations quickly. Just then, the doorbell rings, and they look outside to see who it is. They see that it's not her dad, so they wonder who it is. Xiaochun says, I invited him. Then everyone quickly pulls Yang inside the apartment and shuts the door. On the other side, Shang Nan is coming to the apartment with Yitong's dad. Her dad asks her, are you older than my daughter? She says, no. Then her dad says, take care of my daughter. She is a very shy and quiet girl. Hearing this, Shang Nan is very shocked. After that, both of them reach the apartment, and Shang Nan leaves for her work. Then, Yitong's father knocks on the door. They quickly lock Xiaochun and Yang inside a room and go to open the door. Her dad gives them something to eat and says, your mom sent this. When Yitong goes to keep it in the fridge, she sees that the fridge is filled with beer. She quickly says, Dad, let's keep this outside so it doesn't get spoiled. Then her dad says, you are exactly like your mom. And here it's revealed that her mom is a very busy person. Then Yitong goes to get water for her dad, and she remembers her childhood. When she had come first in her class, her father was very happy, and when she told her mother about this, her mother told her to do even better next time. Then Yitong says to her mother, let's have dinner together today. But her mother replies, I have too much work, I'll eat at the office. This makes Yitong feel very bad because it was her birthday that day. Then, in the present, Yitong gives her father some water. Her father says, "You still don't talk to boys, right?" Hearing this, all the girls get shocked. Her father says, "Now you're 20, you should start talking to boys." Yitong says, "You should have told me this earlier." Then from inside the room, a party popper goes off from Yang's hand. Her father asks, "Who's inside?" When he goes to check, they see Xiao-chun lying quietly. Her father asks, "Why are there so many balloons here?" Yitong says, "It's sad, so it's for her happiness." Then they forcibly take her father away. We then see Xiao-chun and Yang both lying on the same bed together. Both of them get very embarrassed and quickly get up. Yang tries to kiss Xiao-chun but stops himself. Yitong somehow gets her father to leave. All the girls come to drop Yitong's father outside. After they leave, everyone goes inside, but Chen stays outside thinking about Gowin because she had received a message from him. She then goes to meet him and Gowin says, "Tell me, do you want to break up with me?" Chen replies, "Yes, I want to break up with you." But she refuses him from outside and thinks to herself, "I have many reasons to break up with you, but I love you so much." Then, in the next scene, everyone comes to the party and they enjoy a lot, but it turns out to be a dream. In reality, only Yang, Gowin, and Uncle came to the party. No one else came, and all the girls get upset because no one showed up at their party. Yitong is very sad because all their hard work went to waste. She starts acting crazy, but later she enjoys the party with the few people who did show up. In the next scene, Shang Nan arrives at the office, and a girl tells her she is dating the manager. She is so shameless because the manager is married. On the other hand, Yitong asks Yang, "Do you have a crush on Xiao-chun?" Xiao-chun says, No, nothing like that. We are just friends." But Yang says, "Yes, I love her." And everyone becomes very happy. Meanwhile, Shang Nan is working when the manager puts his hand on her shoulder. Shang Nan feels a little uncomfortable, but she doesn't say anything. Hung watches through CCTV and sees Shang Nan and the manager standing together, which makes him very angry. Meanwhile, Uncle makes an excuse and goes to Nijin's room. He takes her blue locket, and then the party ends. All the boys go home, and the girls go to sleep. Later that night, Shang Nan returns after work and sees that the party has ended. She sits on the sofa and thinks about how she and Heng enjoyed the party a lot. Thinking about this makes Shang Nan very happy. Then she turns off the light in her room and goes to sleep. The next morning, Yitong feels nauseous, and Xiao-chun takes her to make her vomit. They ask, "Was it true that Yang said he likes me last night?" Yitong replies, "Yes, if he said it, he must like you." Xiao-chun says, "He must be lying. There's nothing like that." In the next scene, Chen, who is in Gowin's room, steps out for a bit for some work. Gowin quickly takes Nijin's phone number from Chen's phone and saves it in his own phone. After that, he pretends as if he cares a lot about Chen, and Chen also becomes very happy seeing this. In the next scene, Shang Nan goes to work. Some staff members are speaking very badly about her, which makes her cry this time. While she is going home, she sees that Heng is waiting for her, but as she starts to leave, he says, "Can I drop you home?" Shang Nan says, "Why?" Heng says, "Are you asking me why now?" Shang Nan says, "Stop being so nice to me," and she walks away. Both of them feel very sad. In the next scene, Xiao-chun wears a short skirt, so Chen says, "You're looking very pretty, but one thing is missing." Then she takes her to her room and does her makeup. Xiao-chun says, "Thank you" to Chen and leaves for college. At college, she is not able to walk properly because she is wearing high heels. Just then, she meets Qing, who sees her and says, "You're looking very pretty today. Yang will also find you very beautiful." Then both of them go inside the college together. From behind, Yang sees them together and misunderstands the situation and leaves angrily. Xiao-chun goes to the classroom and waits for Yang. He doesn't come. The teacher arrives, but after a while, Yang comes in. However, he doesn't sit near Xiao-chun but goes to sit next to another girl. Xiao-chun feels very hurt. Then the class ends, all the students leave, and when Xiao-chun looks back, Yang has already gone. Just then, Qing comes to her and asks her to go outside with him. But Xiao-chun says, "Did you see Yang?" Qing says, "Yes, he must be outside." Hearing this, she quickly goes outside to look for him, but doesn't find him. Feeling sad, she is about to leave when Yang appears from the front with a few boys, makes fun of her, and walks away. Yang feels very bad about what he did, and Xiao-chun also feels extremely hurt by all this. In the next scene, Nijin is in a bar and asks the staff, "Is it necessary to fall in love?" They say, "Do you want a boyfriend?" Nijin says, No, I don't need one." Just then, she receives a message on her phone from an unknown number. "Guess who I am? I'm the most attractive guy at the party, and I want to talk to you about something important." Nijin becomes angry, but then he says, "It's about Chen." After reading this, she goes to meet him. Gowin tells her, Chen is a very good girl, but she deserves a good man. Nijin says, "Then break up with her." And why are you telling me all this? He holds Nijin's hand and says, because we are the same. He thinks Nijin will fall for his words, but Nijin gets angry and says, what do you think I'll fall for your words? And she starts to leave. Gowin says, I know what kind of girl you are. How many guys you've been with in a year? Then he offers her a drink. Nijin throws the drink on him and leaves. Later, Gowin goes to his room. Chen comes out of the room and says, you came back so early? I even made dinner for you. Come, let's eat together. But Gowin keeps staring at her and then hugs her and says, am I such a good person that you love me so much? Chen consoles him. Then, Chen enters the room very happily, and Nijin enters the room very angrily, and Xiaochun also enters angrily and says, you people told me that Yang likes me, but he doesn't even look at me. The next day at college, Yitong and Chen tell Yang everything. Yang says, I thought Qing and Xiaochun liked each other. Does Xiaochun really like me? They say, ask her yourself, and they leave. In the next scene, Xiaochun is in her room. Yang messages her, let's go watch a movie tonight. After that, both go to watch a movie. Then Yang says, what kind of dress are you wearing today? You looked very pretty in yesterday's dress. Then they watch the movie and a very romantic scene comes. And seeing that, both of them feel shy. On the other side, Yitong and Heilin have come to watch a show. Heilin brings some items and comes to Yitong and sees that she is sleeping. So he places her head on his shoulder and feels very happy. After a while, it is shown that Heilin is now sleeping with his head on Yitong's shoulder. After that, they go inside to watch the show, which is a men's show. Yitong tells Heilin to take a photo with those men, and even though he doesn't want to, he has to click the photo. Meanwhile, Xiaochun and Yang go to the apartment, and Yang kisses Xiaochun, and Xiaochun quickly runs away. Yitong and Heilin also see this from behind. After they leave, Yitong goes inside and teases Xiaochun, saying, why are you blushing? Did you two kiss? And Xiaochun, feeling shy, goes inside. In the next scene, all the girls bring Yitong to the railway platform because, according to the party rules, whoever doesn't bring a boy to the party will be punished. Her punishment is that she has to act like a princess and talk to people like a princess. Yitong is forced to do it. Then she dances there very nicely, and after that they go to the room and look at photos. Just then, Yitong hears a sound, like before, when everyone felt that there was a ghost in the apartment. Yitong also starts feeling the same, and thinks a lot. In the next scene, Shang Nan goes to her brother and tries to remove his oxygen mask, but just then, her mom comes. Shang Nan asks her mom, why have you kept all the documents with you? Do you want to take a loan again? I've told you so many times that I can't give money anymore. Her mom says, you came to meet your brother and can't even say hello? Shang Nan says, he's a dead man. Should I say hello to him? And she leaves. Her mom says, how can you say that? Shang Nan says, Mom, have you ever thought about how I earn money? I won't give you money anymore. Why don't you want me the way you want your son? Mom says nothing, and Shang Nan leaves sadly. Meanwhile, in the apartment, Xiaochun only thinks about Yang, and everywhere she imagines Yang saying, I like you very much, and thinking this, she feels very happy. Just then, her mom gets a call. They say, I'm in the hospital, and hearing this, she quickly goes to the hospital and sees her mom just lying down. Nothing has happened to her. Then a man comes there who has a small head injury. Her mom gets up and says, it was a big accident. Don't look at me like that. The uncle says, no, it's just a small scratch. Hearing their conversation, Xiaochun goes outside. A little while later, her mom is going home with him in a taxi. Her mom falls asleep with her head on her shoulder. Just then, Xiaochun remembers a childhood flashback where, after returning from school, she sees many people outside her house who were saying bad things about her. Then she runs inside to her mom, where many people were saying bad things to her mom. In the next scene, Nijin goes to her past boyfriend, and her boyfriend says, I am going away for a year, so think and tell me. Can you wait for me? Then Nijin gives him her credit card, and her boyfriend understands that she wants to break up with him. He takes his credit card and leaves from there and says, you can still contact me later. After that, Nijin comes to the bar. Just then, that uncle is also there. So Nijin says, we've known each other for so long, but still, he didn't try even once to stop me from breaking up. Hearing all this, the uncle laughs. Nijin asks, Uncle, what job do you do? And why did your wife leave you? The uncle says that his wife had an affair with someone. Then he asks Nijin, why do you live like this? Nijin says, something happened to me, that's why I live like this. Then she starts thinking about the day when a girl was stuck in the net, and Nijin tries to save her, but fails. After that, they drink. Meanwhile, Xiaochun is with her mom. Just then, her mom comes into the room and says, I'm scared to sleep alone, so I will sleep with you tonight. Her mom is a bit childish, so she hugs Xiaochun and sleeps. Then, Xiaochun remembers a flashback. Her dad had an accident, and again, while sleeping, she sees a flashback in which her dad is mixing something in a drink, and Xiaochun sees it. After her dad leaves, she changes the bottle. In the next scene, Nijin looks for the blue locket, but she doesn't find it because the uncle had stolen it. On the other side, Yang is playing football, and Xiaochun feels very happy seeing him. Just then, some girls from far say to Yang, "I love you." Hearing this, Xiaochun doesn't feel good and starts to leave. Just then, Yang looks at her, and a ball hits his head. So Xiaochun puts an ice pack on Yang's head. After that, there's a sweet moment between them. Seeing this, some boys nearby start talking about them, which makes Xiaochun shy. Then Yang says, "Why are you feeling shy? We are boyfriend and girlfriend." Then he asks about her mom, and she says, "My mom is fine." In the next scene, the manager takes Shang Nan to his house and starts misbehaving with her. Shang Nan gets very angry and says, "You are such a disgusting man," and leaves from there. Then she comes to the bus stop but doesn't get any ticket. There is no bus before 5 a.m. Then Shang Nan calls the girls and asks them to work in her shop in her place. The girls agree. Then they all go to work in place of Shang Nan, and the staff there explains the work to them, and they start working there. Just then, Heng arrives and overhears the girls talking, wondering how Shang Nan will stay alone at the bus stop. Then he leaves from there. Morning comes. Shang Nan boards the bus and comes to the shop and sees that the girls are so tired they fell asleep there, and Shang Nan feels very happy seeing all this. Then in the next scene, Chen Chen is with Gowin and spends a very nice time with him. But when Gowin goes to the washroom, Chen Chen looks at his phone and reads all the messages sent to Nijin. But when Gowin returns, she doesn't show him her pain. And when Shang Nan comes to her work and goes to the cash counter, she sees another girl standing there. The manager tells her, "You will do that staff job." And hearing this, Shang Nan becomes very happy. On the other side, Gowin comes to drop off Chen Chen at her apartment, and they both kiss. Chen Chen says goodbye to him and looks very happy from the outside, but inside she is very sad because she has found out that Gowin is cheating on her. Then she goes into her room. Just then, Nijin says to her, "Put this locket on me." And I didn't find my blue-colored locket. Did you see it? Chen Chen says, "Why would I take your stuff? And you also don't take my things, or I will never forgive you." Hearing this, Nijin doesn't understand anything. Then she goes to the bar and tells everything to the uncle. The uncle asks, "Was that locket so valuable to you?" She says, "No, it wasn't valuable, but it reminds me of my past." And hearing this, the uncle becomes very angry. Then Nijin says, "Uncle, you see me differently from other men." The uncle asks, "What are you saying?" Nijin says, "Nothing." Then she says, "What is your plan to hang out with me? I know you can't give me money, but just drink with me and listen to my complaints." Hearing this, the uncle laughs. Then Nijin says, "Why are you laughing? You are old, you're poor, and I live a strange life. Don't you think we are a perfect match?" The uncle says, "All right, so do you want to go somewhere with me right now?" Then both of them go to a place, and Nijin trusted the uncle so much that she didn't even ask once where they were going, nor did she look outside. She fell asleep in the car. Then the uncle takes her to a strange place, and after getting out of the car, he becomes very angry. When Nijin looks at the place, she says, "In childhood, I had an accident at this place. So why did you bring me here? Who are you?" The uncle shows her the blue locket and says, "Do you recognize this?" Nijin says, "How do you have this locket?" The uncle says, "The owner of this locket is my daughter." Hearing this, Nijin gets scared and realizes that trusting the uncle was a big mistake. Then the uncle asks her, "Did you kill my daughter?" and becomes very angry with her and starts moving toward her. Nijin falls down. Then the uncle grabs her neck and Nijin tries to free herself but cannot. The uncle screams, "Tell me, did you kill my daughter? Tell me, did you kill my daughter? If not, I will kill you right now." The uncle tightly chokes Nijin's neck, and Nijin becomes unconscious. Then, the uncle lets her go and screams loudly, "My daughter, I have taken your revenge," and starts crying there. Then he goes to the car to get something to bury her. But when he returns and looks there, he sees that Nijin is no longer there. The uncle becomes very angry. In the next scene, Nijin is in her room and the uncle keeps calling her again and again. Nijin doesn't pick up the uncle's calls, and the uncle is standing right below her apartment. She sees the uncle from the window, and the uncle keeps calling her. Then Nijin remembers the day when the uncle tried to kill her. Then, in the next scene, Shang Nan is working but gets late, and because of this, she misses her bus. So Heng comes to drop her at the apartment. Then he says to her, "Don't work there. Find a new job. It's not hard to find a new job." Just then, Xiaochun comes out to throw the trash, and after Shang Nan leaves, she feels like someone is there and someone places a hand on her shoulder. She gets scared, screams, and is about to hit the person but then sees that it's Yang. But all the girls in the room hear Xiaochun's voice and come out and start hitting Yang without seeing his face. but later they say, wait, his face looks a little familiar. Then they see that it's Yang. Then everyone stops fighting and looks at Xiaochun. After that, Xiaochun and Yang are sitting on a bench, and Yang's condition is very bad. The girls had beaten him very badly. Xiaochun says sorry to him, and Yang says, I had come here to give you a surprise, but because of that surprise, I could have died today. And their romance starts, and the rest of the girls are watching them through the window. Next day, Nijin comes to meet her boyfriend. After having food, when they are about to sit in the car, suddenly the uncle comes from behind and grabs Nijin and asks her, tell me, what happened that day? How did my daughter die? Just then, her boyfriend comes from behind and starts hitting the uncle, and the guard comes and takes the uncle away. But Nijin gets very scared. After that, her boyfriend goes to drop her off at her apartment. In the next scene, Chen goes to eat with Gowin, but she sees that a message comes on his phone, and when she goes to the washroom, Gowin starts chatting with someone. When she asks, who are you talking to? He says, a friend, she's crazy, and he lies to her a lot, and Chen feels that he must be talking to Nijin. Then Gowin says, come on, I'll drop you at your apartment. But Chen refuses and says, I'll go by bus. And while going by bus, she calls Gowin, but it shows busy. Then she calls Nijin, but it shows busy too. Meanwhile, Nijin, who is very scared thinking about the uncle, calls her friends and asks, tell me, where does the uncle live? Where does his family live? Just then, Chen comes and snatches her phone. And when she sees that she was talking to her friend, she gives the phone back and starts to leave. Then Nijin says, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Did your filthy boyfriend say something? Chen says, how can you call my boyfriend bad? Nijin says, I told you break up with that guy. Why didn't you do it? Chen says, it was you who was seducing him, right? And hearing this, both of them start fighting. Then, Xiaochun and Yitong come and separate them, and Shang Nan goes to work again, and seeing Heng remembers that he told her, don't work here. Find another job. But she wanted to work there because Heng worked there. But Heng doesn't understand this and says to her, do you work here for money? And angrily leaves from there. In the next scene, Nijin's friend places a medicine kit outside the uncle's house. The uncle sees him and asks, I've been watching you for a few days. Are you following me? Did Nijin tell you to bring this medicine kit? Maka says, how do you know? The uncle says, I know. I just want to know what happened that day. Make says, please give her a little time. She will tell you. The uncle doesn't say anything. In the next scene, Chen is drinking in a bar, and there are 3 guys with her who keep giving her drinks. When Chen is no longer in her senses, the guys are thinking of doing something wrong with her. Just then, Make is also there, who has come with some girl, and he sees Chen. Then he calls Nijin. Nijin comes there and grabs Chen by her hair and pulls her outside. Chen vomits a lot. Then Nijin says, those guys must have mixed something in your drink. Chen says, I also want to become like you because the one I love likes you. And the two talk like this. Then in the next scene, Chen is watching her old videos with Gowin and then puts on nice makeup and comes to meet Gowin. When Gowin arrives, Chen says, you're late again today. Gowin says, tell me quickly, what's the matter? Chen says, let's break up. Gowin says, are you joking? Chen says, no, I'm serious. Let's break up. And she leaves from there. Gowin is shocked to hear Chen's words. Then Chen comes to her room and tells all the girls, I've broken up. Did I do the right thing? Yitong says, yes, you did the right thing. And then Chen starts crying a lot. All the girls console her. In the next scene, the uncle is putting a bandage on his hand injury when Nijin arrives and sees the photo of his daughter. Then she removes the curtain and sees that the uncle has collected so much information about Nijin in order to know the truth behind his daughter's death. Then Nijin asks the uncle, what was your daughter's name? The uncle says, Tian. Hearing this, she starts crying a lot. Then the same accident is shown in which Tian and Nijin both fell into the water, and both were tied with ropes. Nijin unties her own rope, but is unable to untie Tian's rope, and Tian dies in the water. Then, coming out of the flashback, Nijin cries a lot and says, Uncle, I killed your daughter. Kill me. But the uncle, angry, tells her to leave, and Nijin goes away. In the next scene, Gowin is missing Chen a lot, and meanwhile, Chen is not coming out of her room. All the girls are worried and wonder if she is committing suicide. But just then, Chen comes out, and they all ask her what she was doing in the room for so long. She says, my lips got dry. Yitong says, then put on lipstick. Nijin says, to have good lips, blood circulation should be good, and for that, your boyfriend is your lipstick. Hearing this, Xiaochun gets shy, but Yitong doesn't understand anything because she has never had such a lipstick. In the next scene, Yitong goes to Lin and says, will you be my boyfriend? Because you are the one who cares for me the most. Lin says, please don't take such a big decision so quickly. Yitong says, okay. After that, a flashback is shown where Yitong is on top of a building and has taken many documents with her, one of which is a letter from Lei, in which it is written, I appreciate your love, but I cannot accept your love letter. Yitong folds that letter into a paper plane and flies it away and is about to jump when Lin arrives there and stops her. Yitong feels that Lin really cares for her, but Lin says, I don't know your computer's password, so come and unlock it, and he grabs her hand and brings her down. Coming out of the flashback, Yitong gets angry, and Lin uses an interview as an excuse and leaves from there. Then he goes to the restaurant to meet his friend. Outside, he sees two couples flying paper planes, and he goes into a flashback of the day when Yitong was at the top floor, making a paper plane with a letter and flying it. Lin notices the plane, but doesn't understand it. When he goes inside and asks a girl about Yitong, she gives him a note written by Yitong which says, I am going to die today. After reading this, Lin rushes to the top floor and stops Yitong from committing suicide because he had liked Yitong for a long time but never expressed it. The flashback ends, and Yitong arrives there. Seeing her, Lin starts hiding his face, but Yitong forcibly tries to remove his hand. Then they drink together, and Yitong gets very drunk, so Lin carries her on his back and takes her to the apartment. Yitong says, that day, I wasn't really going to die. I just wanted to see who cares for me the most, and you are the one who cares the most. Then, she bites his cheek. In the next scene, the uncle comes to meet Nijin. Nijin says, Uncle, you hate me so much. The uncle says, no, I've come here to say goodbye because I'm going to another city. Then he gives her the same blue locket and leaves. In the next scene, Heng goes to Shang Nan's mom and says, Shang Nan studies and works so much. I'm scared something might happen to her. The next day, when Shang Nan arrives at the hospital, her mother talks to her very kindly. Shang Nan says, Mom, how long will you take care of her? You know she is dead and will never get better. Still, you've been taking care of her for 4 years. Have you ever thought about yourself or me? After saying this, she starts leaving. Her mother stops her, but she doesn't listen. In the next scene, Shang Nan tells her manager, I want to quit my job and please return all the part-time money I earned. Hearing this, Heng gets very happy. Shang Nan says, you wanted me to quit the job, right? Well, I've done it, and if you're free tomorrow, let's go somewhere to relax. Then they go on a date, watch a movie, and enjoy a lot. Shang Nan even kisses Heng. Later, she comes into the room and says, I've never fed you guys. Today, I'll make food for all of you. They all happily eat her food. The next day, Shang Nan is going to her brother's place when Yitong notices that Shang Nan's room is empty. She asks her grandmother and she says, she paid for the room and said she wouldn't stay here anymore. She left. Hearing this, everyone gets very worried, and they all go to the hospital to see her brother. When Shang Nan reaches the hospital, she sees her mom asking for her brother's hand, and the heart rate on the oxygen monitor suddenly stops, meaning her brother has passed away. She is sure her mother did something, so she calls the police. Her roommate arrives, and they see the doctor taking her brother's body away while the police take her mother. Afterward, when Shang Nan is going back to her room at her roommate's suggestion, she is crying a lot because not only did her brother die, but her mother is also in jail. In the next scene, Chen Chen is praying at the church saying, please take care of all my friends. After praying, when she comes out, she receives a message from Gowin saying, I'm very sick. Please meet me one last time and take all your things too. Chen Chen goes to meet Gowin in his room and tells him to take care of his health, then starts to leave. But Gowin kidnaps her. Then he ties Chen Chen's hands, legs, and mouth with tape. When he removes the tape from her mouth, Chen Chen says, you always deceived me. You were also following my roommate, and now you are doing this to me. We were in love. We shouldn't end our relationship like this. Please let me go. She starts crying a lot, but Gao Lin puts the tape back on her mouth. After some time, Chen Chen screams loudly, so Gao comes near her. Then Chen Chen says, I need to go to the washroom. Gao Lin takes her to the washroom and then ties her again. Then Chen Chen says, don't put tape on my mouth. I have trouble breathing. He does not put the tape this time. Later, Gao drinks a lot and comes to Chen Chen. He removes the tape from her hands and hugs her, crying. He says, I don't want to cheat you, but I keep thinking that if I love you too much, you will leave me, because my mom left me too. He cries a lot. In the next scene, Chen Chen and Gao Lin are sleeping together. When Chen Chen sees that Gao Lin is asleep, she quietly gets up, cuts the tape, slowly takes her shoes, and tries to escape. But Gao Lin wakes up and says, where are you going? Then he catches her and beats her badly. In the next scene, Yitong comes back from work and opens the fridge. She doesn't find her favorite food, so she thinks, if Chen Chen were here, she would have made something nice for me. Then she messages Chen Chen. Gao Lin replies from Chen Chen's phone saying, forget that food, because I patched up with my boyfriend, and I am going somewhere with him. I will return after many days. Seeing this, Yitong thinks, how can she patch up with that disgusting man? And writes very bad things about him in the chat. Meanwhile, Gowin removes the tape from Chen Chen's mouth. Chen Chen says, how long will you keep me hidden like this? Gowin says, look, I told your friend that you and I are going on a trip and will return after many days. Chen Chen says, after that? Then Gowin says, by then, you will fall in love with me. On the other side, Yitong shows that chat to everyone. The girls feel the tone of the chat from Chen Chen seems very different. They understand that it is her boyfriend Gowin who is messaging. They get very worried and start looking for Gowlin's address. Then they see a building in Chen Chen's tablet. Nijin says, Chen Chen must be here. Then they go to that building and reach there. But they don't know the room number, so they go inside the building and find out the room number. Then they go to Gowlin's room. Gowin sees them and places a knife on Chen Chen's neck. He says, if anyone comes near me, I will kill her. Then Xiao Chun says, kill me, nothing will happen to me. She goes near him, and Gowin stabs her with the knife. He himself gets scared because he never wanted to kill anyone. Just then, the police arrive and arrest Gowin. Xiao Chun is quickly taken to the hospital. All the girls become very worried and say to the doctor, will she survive? She is only 20 years old. The doctor says, no one dies from a wound on the hand. Then they say, but didn't she get hurt on her neck? Then the doctor shows a small wound on Xiao Chun's finger. Next scene, Xiao Chun and Chen Chen are in the hospital, and they receive proper treatment. Then they return to the apartment, and in this happiness, they take pictures of themselves. In the next scene, Yitong and Xiao Chun are coming back from the market when Yitong asks, why were you behaving so strangely that day? You were saying, hit me, I won't get hurt. Xiao Chun says, the ghost in the cabinet is actually my father because I killed my father. Then we see a flashback where Xiao Chun's father is mixing something in her mother's drink, and upon seeing this, Xiao Chun changes the bottle. Her father takes that same bottle, and he has an accident. After the flashback, Yitong says, why are you telling me all this? Xiao Chun says, because you will understand me. And does my father hate me? Yitong says, no, it's not like that. In the next scene, two of Chen Chen's friends come to meet her in her room, and Chen Chen throws the ring given by Gowin out of the window. Just then, Yitong and Xiao Chun return from the market. One of Chen Chen's friends recognizes Yitong. Then Chen Chen says, how do you know Yitong? She says, in school, she was #1 in lying. Who doesn't know her? Then Chen Chen says, was the thing about the ghost in her cabinet also a lie? Hearing all this, Xiao Chun is shocked, and Yitong says nothing, meaning she accepts that she was lying. In the next scene, Yitong thinks, how should I talk to Xiao Chun because she shared all her secrets with me? And Xiao Chun is also thinking, Yitong must be thinking, I'm a murderer. In the next scene, Shang Nan is at her brother's funeral. Her mother arrives and cries a lot. Shang Nan holds her hand and consoles her, and everything becomes fine between them too. In the next scene, Yitong says to Heilin, do you remember Lei? Heilin says, who is that? Yitong says, he was my senior. Heilin says, what do you want from him? Yitong says, I want to ask him if we perform a post-mortem on someone who died 4 years ago. Can we find out everything? Then Heilin agrees, after a lot of convincing from Yitong, and calls Lei and goes to meet him. Lei gives him the report. Then Lei asks, tell me, who are you taking this for? Heilin lies, a friend of mine. Lei says, it's for Yitong, isn't it? Heilin asks, how did you know? Lei says, no one else could make you do this. He says, I'm getting very late, and tell Yitong that my phone number is in this file. If she ever needs me, she can contact me. Heilin becomes very jealous. Then he gives the report to Yitong, and when she opens the report, a paper falls out. Yitong is about to pick it up, but Heilin picks it up. It is written on it, Yitong, I still haven't forgotten you, nor your love letter. After reading this, Heilin puts it in his mouth, and Yitong doesn't understand anything. In the next scene, Yitong takes the report and goes to the room and was waiting for Xiao Chun, but Xiao Chun doesn't come for a long time. All the girls become very worried. Then Yitong tells the girls everything about Xiao Chun. Xiao Chun is sitting in one place thinking about her past, where she was playing with her brother. Her father brings them milk to drink. As soon as her brother drinks her milk, he has a lot of pain in his stomach. Xiao Chun notices that her father takes her brother's glass and goes to the kitchen to wash it. Coming out of the flashback, Xiao Chun is feeling very sad thinking about all this. Then, as morning comes, Xiao Chun enters the room and all the girls who had fallen asleep on the sofa waiting for her go to her when they see her and say, where were you? And take great care of her. Just then, a message comes on Yitong's phone, and she says, I asked a senior about this and told him everything. There was no poison in the body. That means you didn't kill your dad. Hearing this, Xiao Chun becomes very happy, because what she had thought since childhood, that her dad had mixed something in her mom's drink to kill her, was just her misunderstanding. In the next scene, Nijin comes to the restaurant to meet Ma-Kei, and Ma-Kei is looking at Nijin's photo because he likes Nijin. Nijin comes from behind and scares him, and Ma-Kei notices that Nijin has cut her hair short. Ma-Kei says, why did you cut your hair short? She says, forget all that. Tell me, what kind of hair does a man like? He asks, for whom is this? She is talking about that same uncle because that uncle once said he likes girls with short hair. In the next scene, a letter comes for Chen Chen from Gowin, in which he says, I want to say sorry to you. I'm not worthy of you because I treated you very badly, but I miss you a lot. Then Chen Chen is going to the station and sees a man who holds his girlfriend from behind the same way Gowin used to grab her, and she becomes very scared. When she comes back to the room and sees that all the girls are eating, she goes to them and sees that they are eating the same food that Gowin used to forcefully make her eat. She becomes scared and goes into her room. Even when she is sleeping, she sees the same dream and screams loudly. Everyone comes there and they all become very worried. In the next scene, Nijin is at the restaurant with Uncle and gives him a perfume, but Uncle doesn't give any special reaction. Nijin thinks Uncle will notice her hair, but Uncle doesn't even notice her hair, which makes her very upset. Then Uncle says, I have to go out for some work. Nijin asks, when will you come back? Uncle says, never now. Nijin says, will you really never come back? Uncle says, I will come when you get married. I will come as your father and place your hand in your groom's hand. In the next scene, Chen Chen enters the room and sees that everyone is sitting at the dining table. She sees that Xiao Chun is crying a lot. Xiao Chun says, I had a fight with Yang, and cries a lot. Along with everyone else, Chen Chen also comforts her. Just then, the power goes out, and Chen Chen becomes very scared. Shang Nan comes in front of her with a candle. Then everyone decorates the room with candles. Then they all sit together and talk. Xiao Chun says, in childhood, I wasn't like this. I was exactly like Yitong. But when my brother and my dad died, all the kids in school came to know about my family and they used to bully me a lot. That's why I used to think that in college, I would get good friends. And my dream came true. I got you all. Hearing this, everyone becomes happy. Then Shang Nan says, earlier, my mom and brother and I used to live very well, but one day my brother was playing football and he had an accident with a car. Since then, he was in a coma. That's why I became like a boy for my mom. And she tells Chen Chen, even I like wearing clothes like girls. After that, Nijin also tells about her accident, but says, I have left my past behind. And everyone feels very sad for Nijin. Then Yitong says, when I first met He Lin in childhood, I felt very good because during school time, he was the only one who didn't lie to me. And I can never forget that meeting. Then everyone asks Chen Chen, and Chen Chen says, for a few days, very strange things have been happening with me. I always keep thinking about Gowin, and because of this, I have difficulty breathing. Xiao Chun asks, why does this happen to you? Chen Chen says, Gowin had tied my mouth with tape, and even after that, he used to beat me. Xiao Chun says, I can understand you because I used to think that I had killed my dad. Shang Nan says, me too because I killed my brother. And Nijin says, me too because I used to think I had killed him. Yitong says, me too because I felt like I was lying. Hearing this, Chen Chen goes to her room crying and looks at herself in the mirror. Meanwhile, the girls say, finally, she cried, which means our plan was successful. Then we are shown in a flashback that all this was their plan, so that Chen Chen would express her fear to everyone. The power outage was also part of their plan, and it was Grandma who had cut the light. Then, in the present, while they are still talking, Chen Chen comes out of the room and says, come on, everyone go to sleep. Then the next morning, they are seen sleeping in a very strange way. When Shang Nan wakes up, she laughs a lot, seeing everyone's condition. Then everyone wakes up, Chen Chen tickles Xiao Chun, and then everyone laughs a lot. A cute moment is shown there. In the next scene, Ma Kei and Nijin go to drop Uncle at the airport. Uncle places Ma Kei's hand in Nijin's and says, take care of him, and he leaves. We then see Uncle on the plane, using Nijin's perfume on himself very nicely and smiling a lot. In the next scene, all the girls are in the room when Chen Chen says, there is a photo of Grandma in her room from childhood in which she looks very beautiful. All the girls become very excited to see the photo and at night secretly go to see Grandma's photo. Just then, Grandma comes there and says, this is my photo from when I was 20 years old. After that, they happily repair that ghost cabinet. In the next scene, Grandma is outside the apartment when that same handsome man from the past comes. Grandma becomes very surprised to see him because she had been waiting for him for 20 years. Then they both hug, and the four girls are watching them from the window. But then they go inside and say, maybe Chen Chen will feel very sad seeing this. Just then, Chen Chen comes and asks, what happened? But everyone starts doing their own work. Then Chen Chen looks at them from the window, and the girls are worried that seeing those two will remind Chen Chen of Gowin. But Chen Chen comes inside and says, they are so sweet. Their relationship is so beautiful. And with her, all the girls become very happy. Then Chen Chen says, I'm very happy to have friends like you. Because of you all, I'm living such a good life. And with this scene, the drama ends with a happy ending.